Hi everyone and welcome back to another trip report. Today we're flying from Sydney to Auckland thanks to the newly opened travel bubble between the two countries. Arrival at the Sydney International Terminal was a lot different to usual, with basically no traffic and very few people around. Wearing a face mask is mandatory from the moment you enter the terminal, and there's an on-site COVID testing as well. I checked in at a self-serve kiosk with a bag drop counter. It was only after dropping my bag off that I saw the premium check-in counters, as they were nowhere near the front of the Air New Zealand check-in area and not particularly well signed or directed. A couple of years ago, the international terminal underwent a transformation, and there's still construction work going on inside the terminal. This is the relatively new departures entry, with an express path entry on the side. At the time of filming, the express path entry was closed, as were the E-gates for passport control. Once airside, you got a feel of just how empty and dead the terminals are nowadays. Thankfully, the Air New Zealand lounge is still open, so I was able to get a quick bite to eat. Although there is still a buffet selection, the food is served to you by staff and is closed off, so don't get too close to it and touch everything. In normal times, the Air New Zealand lounge can get quite busy at this time of the morning, but now it just looks vast and empty. Here's my plane for today's flight, a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. This is currently the only wide-body aircraft Air New Zealand is using, with their 777s grounded for now. Hi, how are you? This version of Air New Zealand 787 has business class in a single forward cabin in a 1-1-1 layout. Each passenger has direct aisle access, but controversially, the seats face inwards rather than outwards towards the window. On the 787, I recommend sitting on the A side, as you just face a wall from the back of the middle seats. If you sit on the other side, you're essentially looking at each other during the flight. And here's my seat for today's flight, with the amenity kit already on the footstool. Taking a closer look, on one side we have the screen, IFE remote and a storage area, as well as a small pop-out tray table. At the back of the seat there is more storage, where you can throw the pillow when not in use. On a long-haul flight, this is usually where the mattress pad is kept as well. On the other side of the seat are the seat controls and the table release button. Legroom is fine, but because of the seat design, the width can feel a little restricted. The crew came around and offered a pre-departure drink as well as a hot towel. As you can tell, the seat layout makes it quite difficult to see out the window. The entertainment screen pops out from the side and swivels into position, with a headphone jack and USB port at the bottom. The screen itself is a bit on the small side, but responds well to touch. There are plenty of options to keep you entertained for the flight. Given the short flight time, I only reclined the seat and didn't flip it over to make the bed. The amenity kit came well stocked and would definitely come in handy on a longer flight. Soon it was time for lunch, which started with a chicken salad entree and bread, which also had a choice of butter or oil to go with it. Main course was New Zealand lamb with sweet potato mash, peas, spinach and beetroot relish. The strawberries and cream ice cream was at a great edible temperature and consistency, which is often difficult to get right on a plane, and a little chocolate rounded out the meal service. There was time for a quick movie and soon we were on descent into Auckland. Honestly, I'm a bit biased because I like Air New Zealand, but it's for good reason. The crew are always friendly and strike the right balance of proper service with the right amount of casual approachability. The seat layout is definitely a bit on the strange side and outdated, but it's still a comfortable seat and a decent bed on longer trips. But the main reason I love Air New Zealand is that the food is some of the best I've had in the air. It may sound silly, but something as minor as the ice cream just goes to show the attention to detail in food service. More often than not, whenever you're served ice cream on a plane, it's rock hard. I've had ice cream on Air New Zealand a few times now, and it's always been a perfect temperature and consistency to eat right away. It's the little things that count. Bottom line, if you're flying to Auckland and can get on one of the 787s, do it.